everyone, and welcome to Explainedwell. Today, we're going to tackle a word you see everywhere online, API. What is it, really? Let's break it down, simple as that.
You know when you've ordered food on Zomato or you're waiting for an Uber and you see that little car icon moving on the map? Yeah, that live tracking. Ever just stopped and thought, wait a minute, how on earth does that actually work? It's pretty much magic, right?
Well, here's the big secret. Zomato doesn't have a fleet of satellites orbiting the Earth just for your dinner. Nope. The magic behind that little moving dot is something called an API.
Okay, so what in the world is an API? The fancy name is Application Programming Interface, but let's just push all that jargon aside. The easiest way to think about it, an API is like a messenger. Seriously, it's a little go-between that lets two different apps talk to each other. One app has a question, the API takes it to the other app, gets the answer, and brings it right back.
Let's stick with our Zomato example to make this super clear. Step 1, you're hungry. You open Zomato and you want to know where your food is, right? Step 2, Zomato actually has no idea where the delivery person is. So it sends out its messenger, that's the API, to go ask Google Maps. Step 3, Google Maps, which does know the location, gives that info to the API. And finally, step 4, the API zips right back to Zomato and says, here's the location. And boom, it shows up on your screen. It's just a super fast, organized chat between two apps.
And this is a really, really important point. The API gives you the finished product, not the secret recipe. Think about it like this. When you order a burger, the waiter brings you the burger, right? They don't bring you the restaurant's entire secret recipe book. An API does the exact same thing. It gives Zomato the final answer, the location, but it completely hides all of Google's complicated private code. It's all about sharing the result, not the process.
And it's not just for maps. APIs are literally everywhere. I guarantee you've used one today. Ever seen those sign in with Google or sign in with Facebook buttons when you're signing up for a new service? Yep, that's an API too.
So how does that work? Well, imagine a brand new app. It needs to know if you are who you say you are. Now, it could spend a ton of time and money building a super secure login system from the ground up, or it could just use the Google API. The new app sends a message via the API that basically says, hey Google, is this person legit? Google checks its own secure database and tells the API, yep, they're good. And the API tells the new app, let them in. Easy.
Okay, but wait a second. If all these apps are just talking to each other and sharing information, what's to stop some sketchy app from just grabbing all my data? That's a really good question, right?
The answer is something called an API key. It's exactly what it sounds like, a key. It's a secret, unique code, kind of like a password, that a company like Google will only give to developers and apps that it trusts. You can't just show up and ask for data. You need the right key to unlock the door. And these keys have two huge benefits. First, and most obviously, is security. No key, no entry. It stops anyone from getting unauthorized access, keeping that secret recipe totally safe. The second big one is monitoring. Google can see exactly who is using their key and how often they're asking for data. This is awesome for preventing misuse or stopping someone from just spamming their system with a million requests a second.
All right, so this is all pretty cool, but why should you care? I mean, unless you're a developer, what does this actually mean for you?
It means APIs are basically a superpower for your own projects. Seriously, it doesn't matter if you're a student, just building things for fun, or starting a new company. APIs put these incredibly powerful tools right at your fingertips.
Think about it. You can build some amazing stuff without having to start from scratch. Want to build a weather app? You don't need your own satellites and weather stations. Just plug into a weather API. Got a college project and need a login system? Bam! Use the Sign In with Facebook API. A perfect example of this was the Cowin portal. Developers used its API to build tools that automatically sent alerts when vaccine slots were available. How cool is that?
And that's the whole philosophy behind APIs, really. It's this powerful idea, don't reinvent the wheel. Don't build everything from scratch. Use the amazing things that other people have already built.
So there you have it. That's the API in a nutshell. It's the simple messenger that quietly works in the background, making our super connected digital world actually possible. Thanks so much for watching. If this helped clear things up for you, please do subscribe to Explainedwell for more simple explainers just like this one.